Hello and welcome to Mystic Mage's Messages. This reading is going to be a little bit longer and more in-depth than some of my earlier readings have been. I pulled these cards out last night, and as I was going through it was like, wow, there's so much here, but wow, it's a really powerful message, so I'm sure you guys are going to get a lot out of it. Spirit had a lot to say. The overall theme of this card reading is the White Buffalo Woman, Hopeful Heart, See Her Sign. So this is reading is going to be really tailored at maintaining that hope and light in your heart and empowering yourself, raising your vibration that way to manifest the things that you want and to really take the time and energy to connect with the supporting consciousnesses that want to help you on your mission here, especially at this time. One of the interesting things that came through for me as I was doing this was I got introduced to a new energy that I've never really explored before, and his name is Archangel Raziel, so we will be discussing him a little bit later, or her. There, you can, if you look online, they sometimes describe the angel as a he or her, so either way. I did most of the readings with the Indigo Angel cards, but I also pulled some from the Angels and Ancestors cards, and some from the Earth Warrior Oracle cards. So let's get started. So when I first pulled the first set of cards and started pulling all the cards from the Indigo Angel cards, it kind of got divided in half. You can kind of see this here. So the first half here and then the second half, the cards kind of on either side tie into those but also together. So we'll kind of explore this first half of these Indigo Angel cards, then the second half of those cards, and then explore the outer cards as they connect to them. So our first theme here is manifest and freedom. So what we're going to be looking at here is that we're really going to be exploring ways that we're going to manifest the life that we want to in the next little while here, the life that you're seeking, that will really honor your soul contract and the person that you truly are, your real hopes, your real dreams, the life that you really want to live. And for those who are watching, part of this is through sharing your wisdom. So if you're feeling compelled to start a business or some kind of hobby where you can share the wisdom that you've gained about spirituality or health or whatever that may be, or about some creative processes that you're involved in, I think Spirit is really calling you to go ahead and step up your game in that area. And we have some powerful support doing that. We have Archangel Metatron. He is the gatekeeper of opportunities. That's one of his roles. So he's really opening the doors, telling you to expand your horizons, be open to different possibilities, look for opportunities as they come. He's really helping to support you in opening those opportunities. And then we have Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael is another powerful angel who can help us move forward by cutting ties to what binds us to our current situation and stops us from moving forward, whether that's personal things like habits, procrastination, situations that no longer serve us, like being in relationships, or just people who have like lower vibes than us that just kind of bring us down when we're around them lots. Maybe you are finding that your job or your career is just really not rewarding anymore. Those types of things. He's helping you release those, and he also helps you release fears about progressing and being successful. So then if you take a look at this beautiful energy of this card, this freedom card, it's just a beautiful feeling if you see this. It's like you're really striving for what is going to make you feel fulfilled and happy and joyful. And as we look further down the line here, we see this Learn Something New card. So what I feel like when you're tying into this Share Your Wisdom card, these two together, it's like, yeah, you're going to be sharing what you know, but you're always going to be knowing and learning, and you're going to be sharing that as you go. And in addition to that, this Learn Something New is maybe also sharing with you, exploring ways to go ahead and share your information, new ways of sharing information, maybe connecting to different energies to help you do that, finding support in the physical and in the spiritual realms to help you move ahead. Then we have dreams here, and this physical outlet. So if we really see these together, I think this is like you're looking for ways to bring your dreams into reality. You're looking to express yourself in some creative way and just to manifest what it is that you're truly wanting to manifest in this lifetime. Okay, so if we go ahead and we move on to the second half here, we have the Authority card here and the Love Yourself card. So we'll go back to the Authority card. So this is really speaking to connecting to higher powers. So like your own higher self, to other higher consciousnesses, to the divine source, that kind of thing. Really expressing and connecting to that part of you that is your true being, your true essence. And under that we have trust. You already know. And self-reflection. So these are some big inner workings that we have to deal with, like building trust, having faith in ourselves that we can succeed in the areas that we want to proceed along, like manifesting our dreams. That we have the inner strength, we have the resources that the universe will provide for us if we start moving ahead. Just really finding that trust, that faith that we are loved and cared for and that the universe has our back. This you already know, so it's kind of like saying you already know the answer. You know that you can do this. This is what you came here to do. You have the support that you need. You have the abilities that you need. Don't worry, don't stress, don't be anxious. Stop all that negative self-talk, anything that's really holding you back. You already know that you can do this, and you already know what it is that your true heart's desire. And if you're not completely sure, well, we have the self-reflection card. A little bit more introspection, a little more going within yourself, sitting within yourself, really trusting your own intuition, your instincts, the visions and dreams that you have, the messages that are being provided to you. You know, really take those in and go within and really see what resonates with you and find ways that you can start moving forward with your dreams. So if you go back to this energy, love yourself. So as a light worker, you came here to show love and compassion. And you can't really show love and compassion to others if you don't learn how to love yourself. So, you know, you need to accept all those parts of you. This again goes back to the self-reflection, you know, embracing all those parts of you, even those parts of you that you don't think are so great. You know, we all have those parts. Learning to integrate the shadow, be compassionate with yourself, forgive yourself for past mistakes, forgive yourself for, you know, your human flaws, like maybe you have a little bit of anger, or maybe, you know, whatever it is. You just need to accept those and love yourself and believe that, you know, sometimes those feelings and emotions can really be useful in guiding our attention into what needs to be healed within ourselves as well, or what needs to be focused on in our outer world to make changes so that we can really be who we authentically are. So under that we have you are safe. So I'm pretty sure that maybe a lot of you resonate with the feeling that you are different. You know, if you stand out, be who you truly are, people aren't going to accept you because you are different. You are here vibrating maybe at a higher frequency because your mission is different from a lot of other people's. You came here to hold the light in space for humanity to grow in consciousness and to help heal the earth and to help protect her and all of her children, not just her human children, but all of her children. So your mission here is maybe a little bit different, especially if you feel, you know, tied to the Indigo mission. That is a big part of your mission here, is to help Mother Earth and protect her children and to really stand up and have a voice for them. And that can be a little daunting. That can be a little like scary, like, oh wow, you know, I'm going to stand out and use my voice and I'm going to be different. No, you don't really want to do that. You just want to kind of hide. But this is telling you that you are safe. You don't need to worry. The universe has your back. You're supported. And, you know, even if people here ridicule you, it doesn't matter. You have the love and support of the universe, and as long as you continue to love yourself and believe in yourself, you're going to be okay. And beyond that, you know, if you feel like if you step out and say stuff, maybe you're opening yourself up to negative energies, the universe wants you to know that as a light worker here, you have a lot of protection around you from those kind of negative energies. Here we have the health card. So maybe for you too, you experience a lot of problems with your health, especially when you're not in the flow, when you're not being who you are. It could also be that your health is a little bit under right now as you're integrating higher energies into your system, and if you're an empath in particular, you'll really pick up on the energies around you, and there's a lot of negative energies right now, a lot of fear around the coronavirus, all those kinds of things. Like, those could be really playing into your empathic abilities and affecting your health in physical, mental, and emotional ways. And the universe wants you to recognize that, recognize where they come from, and start using some discernment in what is yours and what isn't yours, and learning how to let that go. Maybe learning how to still use your empathic abilities, but creating healthier boundaries so that you're not physically taking in all that and taking it on as your own, but being able to transmute that and surrender it to the universe again, so they can transmute that energy for you. Here we have self-care. So again, a very important part of this is loving yourself, feeling safe, taking care of your health, really taking care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you're not going to have the strength and the ability to take care of others and pursue your soul mission, or even have the vitality to pursue your own passions and desires. So as I was continuing to do this reading, I got 2 more cards on either side. So I got Explore over here on the Manifest side. So again, this comes back to this idea that learning something new and sharing your wisdom, really growing and exploring in ways to share what you have, your gifts that you came here to share, really exploring the energies and the consciousnesses that want to work with you and help you succeed. And then we also have on this side, believe in yourself. So ultimately all this connecting to your higher self, your different collectives and groups that want to support you, learning how to love yourself and protect yourself, and really be open to receiving love, not just giving love, and having faith. Again, goes back to that trust card, having faith that you have the abilities to succeed in whatever it is that your heart is really telling you you need to do. I mean, some of you are probably really considering some major life changes right now, and you're being asked to really have faith that what you're seeing and envisioning for yourself is in alignment with your higher self, and to believe that you can achieve those, even if they seem impossible. Okay, so further along, I pulled some other cards from the Angels and Ancestors deck, so we'll just continue on to this side here. I pulled the Medicine Guardian card. So yeah, this is again really saying be open to healing information. So, you know, maybe you haven't tried some energy healings, maybe be open to that, different types of energy healings like Reiki or acupuncture, or looking at massage therapy, or just maybe learning some new physical exercises that you can do, something like Qigong, or anything that really works with your energy to help move that through your body. So be really open to learning new ways of taking care of yourself. We also got the Protection Guardian, drop your shields. So this is again going back to that you are safe. You have lots of protection around you. You don't need to worry about that. The universe has your back. You came here to do a very big mission, and there's lots of people, lots of powerful energies protecting you. And this is wanting you to know that you can drop the shields around your heart. You can drop the shields around your, your own personal restrictions and limiting beliefs. The universe wants you to really open up to the love and wisdom around you that's going to help you succeed in what it is that you're wanting to do here. Medicine Mother. Honor your inner knowing. So again, this goes back to self-reflection, and you already know, like, you know what is good for you, you know what is bad for you. If you're not really sure, really take the time to examine that, see what is toxic in your life, what is not helping you. And you can always ask Archangel Michael here. He will come and help you release those things. And there's lots of other consciousness, the Archangel Raphael, for example, lots of the Ascended Masters like Jesus, who are very powerful healers that will help you heal in whatever way you need, physically, mentally, emotionally. And trust that you have your own inner healing abilities to really tap into your own higher self and learn how to direct healing into your own system. So overall on that side, we had the Heart Guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. So really we are examining here in this whole reading with the Buffalo Woman, the Hopeful Heart, we're really being moved into this compassionate heart energy. It's a big thing that's coming in for a lot of light workers. Like, you probably, as an empath and a light worker, already have a lot of compassion and kindness. But this is going to be going to a whole new level. If you're open to it, you're going to be really vibrating in this in a whole new capacity. And part of that is this part I think that a lot of light workers neglect is loving yourself and taking care of yourself, having compassion for yourself. This is just going to be expanding your heart in so many ways and raising your vibration that you're going to have a lot of joy in your life after this, more joy than you probably have experienced so far, that you're able to maintain it at a level of happiness. You're going to feel much more love and much more connection to the universe, to those around you. It's just going to be so empowering. Okay, and then I pulled a bunch of these cards here. I'm going to save these ones to a little bit more towards the end, because I'm actually going to read these, and they're quite lengthy, but the messages in here are very powerful and just beautiful. So we'll move over to this side, and over here we had, under the Manifest and Freedom side, we had the High Priest, Intend and Create. Again, really tying into that manifest energy, like focus what it is that you want to create on. Don't expend your energies on the things that don't matter. Don't doubt yourself. Really focus and intend that this is what I want for myself. If you want to move, focus on that, and ask for help in making that a reality. Next we have the Spirit Fox. Trust your talents in changing times. So again, sharing your wisdom, learning something new. You're going to be really learning how to use your gifts in new ways to support you in the life that you want to create here and in the mission that you came to do. Next we have the Stargazer card. Set your sights higher. So this really ties back into the dreaming and manifesting and intending and creating. Like, don't be shy. The universe wants you to dream big. They say they have your back. They're going to help you manifest. So, maybe you're dreaming a little bit too small right now, and they're saying, no, there's bigger things out there for you. So start dreaming big and being open to what your soul wants. Just pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to the signs around you, and maybe your dream there, what you want to manifest, is going to shift a little bit, and just be open to it, to ever growing. Like maybe right now you're just guided to a small vision, a small next step, and then it's just going to keep getting bigger from there. And don't worry, because you have the ability and you have the support to make those dreams a reality. Then here we have the Trader. Exchange energy to create abundance. So this is really kind of backing in again to sharing what you have. As you share with others what you have, you're going to get back 10 times what you give out. It's like the universe is going to give to you. You're going to get just as much as you give, if not more. You're going to really be setting something off here in motion when you start sharing your gifts. Just really start taking those first steps, and things are just going to go so well. like the universe has your back. There's going to be so much more being given to you, not just from the universe, not just from the spiritual realms, but you're going to really start making connections, heartfelt connections here in the physical plane. A new community, a new set of friends, better relationships with the people that you have now. If those people are going to stick around in your life, if they're meant to, those relationships are just going to be much more meaningful. You're going to be getting more out of them. Maybe you're a giver, and this is going to be a little bit more balanced, that you get from people what you give to them. Okay, so we can move on to some of these readings here. I'm going to just pull out the book from the Earth Warriors deck. And so one of the first readings was Clan of the Wolf Heart. We are the ones we've been waiting for. And you can see that imagery. If you can see that, it's just beautiful. I really like this deck. The imagery here is just so beautiful on these cards. So just give me a second here while I look that up. So, Clan of the Wolf Heart. We are the ones we've been waiting for. You belong to the Clan of the Wolf Heart. This is a small tribe with boundaries beyond bloodlines and geography. It is based on connection to love's wisdom and higher truths of Great Spirit. The clan is united through wolf medicine and the heart. These are the qualities of the divine feminine that unify, allowing for a palatable experience of oneness that brings power in our collective wisdom and purpose. Just give me a minute here. I'm just going to find my glasses so I can read this a little bit clearer. Reach out for help from others, whilst you honor and respect your individuality and your own unique life journey. Balance social time with taking care of your own individual needs, including the need for time out in solitude to hear your inner truths and renew yourself. So that really ties into this whole message here, like about self-care, taking time to give to yourself just as much as you give to others. Anger can be a sign from the soul, a sacred gift that asks you to deal with a situation, to bring about something different and more empowering. So if you notice that, you start starting to feel resentful because you're giving so much, that kind of resentment, that anger is really telling you that you need to balance that with taking time for yourself. Fight wholeheartedly when you need to safeguard what truly matters. Be open to a greater guiding wisdom so that you know when to be merciful and when to cut something off completely. Believe in the power of your inner voice and do not silence yourself. And then it says spiritual guidance. Through the wolf heart we are soul kin. Whilst our external identities may shift and change with circumstance, our soul tribe is fixed in the heart of the wolf way. It is the backbone of the emerging New World culture. This began as an alternative culture, but is now growing stronger in numbers, becoming more pervasive in consciousness and influence and power. So wow, I think we can really see that, especially with this trader card and with this sharing your wisdom and learning something new, that you're going to be really finding that there's a lot of people incarnate here on Earth at this time that are on the same mission as you, that have the same goals. They might be doing it in different ways, but your work here is one that's being shared by many people. Wolf medicine bestows the qualities of endurance, inner wisdom, and community. Wolves mate for life, and the wolf clan has an organized social structure that includes a balance between group endeavor and individualism. The social order of the wolves provides support, loyalty, and thriving, and yet wolves are free-spirited animals. Look, that's beautiful. Just that really ties into that exchange energy and that freedom card. You're going to be a part of maybe a new spiritual community, but you're not going to lose who you are, and you're going to find strength and peace just to be who you are and to be really free. Wolf wisdom teaches us how to balance solitude and socialization. It teaches us that both are needed for the well-being of ourselves and our clan. Wolf wisdom teaches us to share ourselves without losing ourselves. Let's see what else here is important. Wolf medicine is the awakening of the pathfinder, the way shower, the teacher. Again, the share your wisdom, learning something new. You are going to be helping others as you grow and manifest and show the way of being who you can be, being true to yourself. That's going to be enabling other people to do the same. Wolves can learn in new ways and teach them to others. Oh, see, there you go. Part of your soul purpose is to guide and inspire others through what you learn to master in your own life. So this is really about experience, not just, book smarts or, spiritual knowledge. This is coming from your own heart, the way that you live your life, your authentic being. That is what is going to inspire others. We are the people who can do what's needed. We can fight the status quo, ravage the human mind away from inadequate responsiveness, and elicit soul passion and on-the-ground action to take us from merely salvaging what we can into alchemical eco-salvation and the birthing of a new world order. Let us recognize ourselves as the empowered ones. The divine has blessed the tribe of the wolf heart with intelligence, individuality, social and community values, commitment, and the ability to outwit enemies, protect and defend what matters, and to adapt to change successfully. May we realize our abilities, tap into the resources we have, and use them fruitfully. May we have joyful courage and confidence in who we are and what we are here to do. That's a very, very inspiring message, very powerful, tying in especially this connecting and believing in yourself. The other one that came up here is 28, Kiente, Sweet Paradox of Empowering Grace. And you can see it here, the hummingbird. Kiente is hummingbird. Again, it's just a beautiful imagery on this card. I'll go ahead and read that message. Sweet Paradox of Empowering Grace. When the mind says no, but the heart leaps with joy, we are ripe for a transmission of empowering grace. The sweet paradox is that the more impossible the situation appears to be, the more we are supported through grace, and our divine success manifests, sweet and complete. Let the faith of the heart overcome doubt. Allow your mind to be filled with wonder at the unlimited power of the divine, and you shall bear witness to sacred manifestation. So this really kind of sums up all of this, like getting rid of those self-doubts, believing in yourself, and really listening to your heart, opening that heart center and letting it guide you, feminine ways of knowing. And, you're going to really be able to manifest what it is you came here to do and what you want for yourself. When there is something within your heart that you know you are on this planet to accomplish, you shall be given equal grace, power, talent, and ability to succeed in that mission. I'm going to read that again. When there is something within your heart that you know you are on this planet to accomplish, you shall be given equal grace, power, talent, and ability to succeed in that mission. So do not doubt, do not fear. You have the abilities because you came here to do a certain mission, and you have the abilities to do that. This is the divine promise and sacred plan for you. If a miracle is required for success, then one shall be given. Pray with courage and confidence for your rightful divine inheritance, and allow your bold heart and loving soul to believe in your beautiful, hope-filled destiny. Kiantai, the sky jewel of the Andes, brings you a hummingbird who bears the soul medicine of spiritual grace, the evolution to conquer any obstacle, and the extraordinary power of the heart. The concept of spiritual grace can be challenging to the mind. We often don't realize just how much we have been conditioned to subconsciously demand that progress in our lives be difficult, even whilst at a conscious level we bemoan the struggle and wish that things could be easier. We want help, but we believe that we are unworthy or have to earn our success completely off the back of our own efforts. Whilst the divine wants us to engage and participate in the fulfillment of our destiny, if we do not surrender our arrogance and learn how to surrender spiritually, we will never fulfill our potential. There is a way to allow for spiritual grace so that any obstacle can be surmounted, even the invisible ones that seem to block your progress from some unknown source. It is not a question of needing to become more powerful, but rather of your relationship to the divine needing to become more vitalized. So again, we see here that really ties into this authority, like really connecting through your heart, and as you do that, allowing your mind to surrender to the divine power, the divine grace, the plan that you have set in motion before you came here. When Hummingbird brings you medicine, you have a high spiritual destiny, one that is going to triumph against apparently insurmountable odds stacked against you. So that really ties in again to the Stargazer card. Dream big. You have a destiny here that is probably bigger than you can even imagine at this point, and you are fully supported and fully capable of achieving that. This medicine brings a subtle adjustment within the blood or feminine life force and how it receives and processes the enlivening presence of spirit. This in turn leads to extraordinary and heightened abilities. Trust in its incredible possibilities that are birthed through the union of the sacred masculine and sacred feminine energies within you. So you will see a lot of, throughout this reading, there's a lot of feminine energies coming through. And that's kind of what's needed as healing medicine in our world at this time, is to bring in that feminine energy to help balance the masculine energy. And as we do so, we're going to be honoring the best of both the masculine and feminine energies. And as we bring that into balance within ourselves, within the collective consciousness, we'll be rising up to a whole new frequency level, individually and collectively. So now let's move on to this Anka, kin of the Red Hawk tribe. Just bear with me while I find that. Okay. On the wings of the red-tailed hawk, a divine message comes. Your spiritual maturity has evolved into genuine power and discernment. You have earned your stripes. Acknowledgement is granted. Trust yourself and your destiny. You are ready. Trust in your sense of timing, which is excellent and inspired. Allow the divine to support you as you hover until the moment comes for you to fiercely plunge into your forthcoming adventure. A divine message is here for you now, so be open to the signs from the universe. So again, learning something new, trusting, opening your heart, all that. You have an ability to share wisdom and honesty with your tribe. If you're still searching for your tribe, trust yourself. You will recognize them instinctively when you meet them, even if on the outside they seem different to you. You are seeing things clearly, so trust your vision and have patience. Speak your truth, but do so with compassion, because your words have greater influence than you may realize. When the moment is right, take action. A way will be shown for you to manifest your spiritual light in the world in practical ways. Let's see if there's anything else that really wants to come out here. Red-tailed hawks are many in number, yet each one has a unique plumage. They are both an army and a group of individuals. So it is with your kindred soul tribe. You will have common purpose on this planet, but the way each in the tribe goes about fulfilling and expressing it will be unique. Our job is to recognize and support each other, even whilst we come from different disciplines, different backgrounds, and approaching the same problems with different perspectives. We may work from different places, along different routes, for the one true purpose of birthing higher consciousness on this planet. But when we realize that we belong to each other in our common purpose, we feel a sense of belonging, connected through an invisible but palpable thread of soul. To fully embrace the supportive power of your soul tribe, both in the spiritual realms and the earthly world, you will feel the healing required around family, friends, and various types of a community, including religious and business communities where you've held wounding. Insecurities around being marked out as an outcast, abandonment, and rejection can create unconscious defensiveness that keep people away. Once you may have needed those psychological walls to hold you up until you healed your wounds and grew strong enough to thrive through tearing them down. Anger comes with a message that you have outgrown those old ways. To continue them will keep support away from you unnecessarily. You will clearly be able to see anything unwanted that used to be held at bay by the walls. You will now be able to deal with it through your skills of honest speech and your ability to tear away cords of connection or influence that do not serve you. Okay, let's move on to the next set of messages here. We have Panthera, the precious and rare. Just find that message. Our faith and optimism are not meant to make us complacent, but rather to encourage us to believe that our action in the world will have a positive and real effect. There are situations where your voice, your courage, and your fearless determination are needed. You will make a difference. Again, sharing your wisdom, learning something new, standing out, and believing in yourself and your message. You cast helplessness or despair aside and find the fighter within. Fight for that which needs defending with all of your heart. Do not yield. You have the strength to handle any challenge, even the ones that intimidate you. So again, really going back to this, feeling that faith and believing in yourself. It may not always feel like it, but you are not alone. There is help at hand to uncover a hidden piece of information which will allow truth and justice to prevail. So that might really be hinting here from this learning something new, that there's going to be new information coming to you that you need to integrate into your being that will really help you grow and shine. Do not give up on yourself or the divine. You are not overreacting or making things seem more important than they are in truth. When, in the face of possible loss, something deep in our soul recoils in horror, it is a sign that something is not right. It is not a sign that we're not too attached, not trusting enough in the divine to figure everything out. It is a sign that we must fight to safeguard that which would otherwise perish. We are not here to be passive consumers of whatever the dominant mainstream consciousness tries to enact in the world. We are here to be the embodiment of loving consciousness, to be the fearless, determined enactors of wisdom. So you can see right there that, we have a little bit of a different mission here. It's not just our own personal spiritual growth, but to help humanity raise its consciousness. We are here to educate, to inform, to rebel and refuse, to speak up, to make waves, and to honor the light in such a way that we protect and preserve what has real value in this world. The body, the earth, and her creatures are not illusions. Saying that they are not real is not spiritual wisdom. That is an unholy deception perpetuated by the forces that don't want sacred activists derailing their devastating behaviors that place profit above all else. Okay, we'll move on to the next card. Elzak, the Divine Might Foretold. You know what is correct. You understand that any gain which comes from denying your values and compromising yourself creates a loss of soul. There are times when it may seem as though people who act without integrity are attaining benefit without negative repercussions. Life can seem unfair if you limit yourself to a strictly human perspective, yet nothing escapes the attention of the spiritual worlds. Restorative action and balancing fairness is always an action at a higher level, according to divine time and wisdom. Stay true to your integrity, put your faith in divine justice, and you will win in a way that brings benefit to many. Let's see. Whether in a small matter of apparent insignificance to anyone other than yourself, or big matters where you feel your soul and perhaps the souls of others are on the line, integrity will be your saving grace. You can be kind of heart, but also firm as you refuse to allow anyone or anything to convince you that lowering your standards of acceptable behavior is warranted. So this is again, I'm sure that you've reached a point in your spiritual development where you've developed a lot of integrity, and they're saying just to maintain that. Don't be tricked into lowering your vibration by the actions of other people around you, by the seeming injustices of those who have no morals or who hold very little value in helping others or the earth that seem to profit, because that's just an illusion. Be in right relationship with yourself and the divine. Justice will always be done, whether you see it happening or not. Put your faith in the good and true. And again, that comes back to that element of trust here. Others are relying on you to be true to yourself more than you realize. You are strong enough to live with honor. The next card we had over here was 10, the Ketekiyaki. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Guardians of Papatuanku. I'm still not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. But we'll go ahead and read from the book there what this is about. You are a Ketiaki, guardian of the divine feminine. Your relationship with Mother Earth, Papatuanku, is sacred, empowering, and healing. You are destined to become more spiritually intimate with her, sharing in her creative potency and wisdom. Lean into her and trust in her support, even as you serve her by courageously voicing truth. She is your great ally, friend, and healer. As you dedicate yourself to her, she dedicates herself to you. Make peace and let go past issues around being abandoned or not understood or feeling unsupported, as those experiences may no longer color your worldview. Trust that you belong here and that your connection to the Earth Goddess will support you in all ways. You are sensitive, and rightly so. Never judge your sensitivity or feel that you are overreacting, but also allow nature to calm and soothe you so that you can be focused on accomplishing your soul mission. If you feel that you are on your own and when you would like with some help, allow the Divine Mother to be your friend and guide while trusting that at the right moment more allies will arrive. The Earth Mother has her own sense of timing, and you are not forgotten. You are just growing according to her wisdom and grace. Have faith in yourself and her. In the Maori worldview, Humans are not seen as separate from nor superior to the natural world. Instead, humans are part of the nature and have a sacred role to preserve and protect the Earth Mother, known as Papatanaku. Her guardians are known as Katiake, the ones who take action to defend her and safeguard her natural resources so that she and we can thrive. So again, that's really speaking to this common purpose that we share here in protecting Mother Earth and growing with her and raising human consciousness to recognize that we are her children and that we are all interconnected, and that in order to save ourselves, we need to save Mother Earth as well. So let's go ahead and look at these ending cards here. Tying into the Buffalo woman here, Hopeful Heart, is just a reminder here, White Witch, be the light. You are a light worker. You are here to spread the light, to raise human consciousness, to challenge the status quo, but in a peaceful way, with love and compassion. We can't do things by force, by anger, by hatred. That's not going to work. That'll just bring more perpetuating of the wars and the greed that we have here now, replacing one form of aggression with another. We are here to be the light by bringing in this compassionate heart energy. And then we had this Diana vision, ways of the divine feminine revealed. So again, at this point, we're really connecting to the feminine energy, the divine feminine energy, bringing that in to our own hearts, to open up our own hearts and lead the way for others to do the same, so that we can balance the wisdom that is held within the masculine in a way that is creative and prosperous for all, and not in the destructive form that it's been known in the last few centuries. 25, Aloha Ke Akoa, blessings of the Supreme Being. So this again ties into this idea that you are safe and supported. The universe has your back. You are well looked after. You're blessed. What you need will be provided for. So again, keep your dreams big. Follow the visions that your heart is sending you, the promptings. Like don't be worried. Even if they seem impossible, like we heard earlier, if it takes a miracle, one will be provided. So don't worry about that. And we have the Pachamama card, she with the Andean Emerald Heart. Again, this is echoing back to the fact that our mission here is to care for Mother Earth and all of her children, and she in turn is supporting us to do that. We're all interconnected. We can rely on her to support us as we in turn devote ourselves to protecting her and helping humanity, her children, evolve in a way that is in harmony with her and the rest of Earth. We have Sage, be devoted and committed. So just keep to your daily spiritual practices, keep growing, keep challenging yourself, find new ways to express your spirituality, new information to help you grow. We have the Stag here, trust and thrive. Again, going back to this trusting. As long as you have faith and trust, everything will be provided. You'll be able to go with the flow without fear, hindering your progress. You'll be able to just relax into that abundant provision that the universe wants to provide for you. And here we also have the Shaman, trust in higher forces. So you can see that a lot of this is, a lot of this energy, this compassionate energy, this opening your spiritual capacities, is enabling you to act as a shaman that is needed here at this time. And if we just want to touch back a little bit about Archangel Raziel, I'm not going to go too much into detail here. I will provide a link in the description so that you can check out our website. But it is a very loving, creative energy that supports people who are wanting to express truths in a unique way. If you need creative inspiration, he can help you with that. He's very open to helping you discover truths. So again, just remember that you are supported and loved. You're being encouraged to continue to grow, to let go of fears that stand in your way, and to really develop your compassionate heart. This is the divine feminine energy that is really needed in the world right now, and we are being asked to really grow into that. So love and blessings to all of you. Hope you enjoyed this message. Good day.